Hey, this is Michelle, 760 Credit. I get a lot of questions about, like, why do we charge a monthly fee? A lot of times people think monthly fees are scams, and they would rather pay a flat fee for credit repair. And I just want to tell you a bit of a story before we move on to a couple of items here, because it really isn't a whole lot between the difference except for what you're going to get at the end of it all, right? And anyway, I was searching for an attorney, and when I was looking, I saw attorneys that were offering their services for a flat fee and some that were offering their services for a monthly fee. And I thought, gosh, well, the deal is over here. I mean, this flashy, beautiful, like, deal is, boom, I get to pay $2,000 to get this situation under control, and then that's it, right? Versus over here, where I don't know how much this is going to cost me at the end of things, right? Because the attorneys are going to be charging hourly for their services. Well, when I spoke to this attorney that was recommended to me, and I said, what's the difference between, the flat fee and then you guys, charging me for every doggone hour? Because it feels like you want it open-ended so you can charge me whatever you want. And the attorney said, that's funny that you said that, because most people think that. And this applies for credit repair. Bear with me. He said, if I charge a flat fee, all of the services that I provide over time will not be covered. Basically, I lose money because I'm going to lose billable hours. Most flat fee attorneys, he said, take that upfront cost, do quite a bit of work in the beginning to move the needle, and then it may sit. That case may sit and sit and sit, and it will never be something that they have to take care of. That is immediate. They're not going to be putting a lot of hours into it because they've already gotten paid. There's no more money, right? Which makes a lot of sense. He said there's no motivation there. Whereas with us, we get paid for the time that we put in. We billable hours. And that's how we make our money. And so, of course, we're going to move that needle every single time we touch your file. Same thing with credit repair. I'm not saying that, we're attorneys. But 760 Credit, we use a monthly fee model for a few reasons. And that is because we are honestly putting in that work every month on that person's file, and we need to be compensated for that, right? We don't believe that it's fair to have someone pay up front for work that isn't done yet, okay? There's a way that they get around that, and I'll talk to you. I'm going to explain that in a minute. But work that isn't done yet. Not that we wouldn't be motivated to continue to work on the file, but what if we had amazing results that first round or two, and we've charged you all this crazy money for something that should have just cost you an enrollment fee plus maybe 2 months of work, okay? There is a protection in the monthly fee that's built in. One, you can cancel, like here, you can see that. You can cancel anytime. That's by law. That's written in the Credit Repair Organizations Act. Okay? If a credit repair company is legitimate, they're going to be working under those guidelines. Another thing in the state of California and other states as well, there's a limit to how long you can work on a person's file under one contract. So for California, it's 6 months. I can only work on your credit file for 6 months, and then I have to say, hey, do you want to renew your agreement? What do you want to do? So there is a cap. You actually do know how long I can charge, how long I can be working, that I can work on your credit, and how much I can charge for it. If I charged you a flat fee, I could front load a bunch of work, right? And in hopes that, you better hope that that first round of work is going to be very successful. Because if not, that follow-up work probably won't happen. And in a lot of cases, when we get people over here to 760 Credit, they've been injured by other companies, right? Paying these $1,500 exuberant fees to clean your credit up. And all they're doing is doing what you could do for yourself, by the way, okay? The difference is, and I'm going to tell you the truth, is yes, do I know a lot about credit? I damn well should know a lot about credit, because I do. And about the FCRA and FDCPA, the things that will help in our dispute process. However, at the end of the day, you have the power to also do it yourself. The difference is you want someone else with more experience. You want someone else in terms of the time that it takes to do all of these follow-ups, and you have to do it in a timely manner. So all of those things, you take that into account. If you paid me $1,500 up front, and in my agreement, which it has to say, is that, hey, you're paying for me to do credit repair. What would that look like? It could be like that. It could just mean that those initial letters that go out, you're paying me $1,500 for. And I may or may not do the follow-up for it. So you have to be really careful. And then, and you see this a lot with the flat, when you see these sweeps, these credit sweeps, where they say, oh, we'll sweep everything off your credit for $1,500. 9 times out of 10, 99.9% of the time, I'm going to tell you, and you guys, you trolls can get on here and say what you want to say, but they are doing illegal things to get those items off your credit report. And it could come back to bite you, and it has come back to bite people all the time. Okay? So when you're filing police reports and stuff for items that really do belong to you, and you're making these fraudulent claims to get these things off your credit report, you have to be very, very careful. So total upfront costs, yeah, you know what it is, but you're not guaranteed to get the work that you have paid for. Then there's also another model that I'm not going to go too deep into here, but it's pay per delete. It means that the company gets the thing off, you pay them then. But it's kind of like the flat fee, but for the credit repair company, is that once a person has gotten something removed off their credit report, what's the incentive to pay the company on their, their good merit, an agreement or contract? So the monthly fee is a nice medium in between the credit repair company and the customer. And most of the time I haven't come across any monthly fee modeled credit repair companies that don't allow you to either hold your account if you need a break, like for instance, because it does take time to remove these items off your credit report. I mean, think about it. It takes 30 to 45 days just for one dispute, right? You send a letter out with your reasons for the dispute. It takes them 30 to 45 days to reinvestigate those items. You might be able to expedite that by using a few other tactics, but for the most part, it's pretty standard. Okay? So those are just things to consider when you are wondering why are people paying, why are people asking for a flat fee, or why are people asking for the monthly fee? I mean, if that's the case, if it's going to be a flat fee, then you might as well get the work first, get all the items off, and then pay that flat fee. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And if you have any other questions or anything like you'd like to add, go ahead and comment down below. Everyone's opinion is their opinion, and I'm certainly open to hearing it, and I want to learn too. So this is just me spewing out information, but I wanted to give you guys something to consider if you're looking into getting your credit repaired. Thank you.